The Shield versus the Wyatt family, one of the only matches on the card that really they've put a lot of effort into building, and it's got to be the match that I'm most excited about. Although I don't think this is going to end up in a lot of the ways that people think that it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see a clean win. I don't think that we're going to see the Wyatt family look strong here. I think this is going to be the Shield caving in, which everybody else, of course, is predicting. But we're going to have a really good match before that, and that's going to be just as important. This is going to be really good for Roman Reigns to break out and start looking even more like a babyface. And if Monday Night Raw was any kind of an indication, he's got a lot of the mannerisms down and all that, so you should see the Shield get cheered here above anything else. I mean, that's one thing that seems like it's a guarantee as well as the breakup. Two things that are confusing me about it, though. If we do see a breakup, are we going to see that happen during the match? Like another Roman Reigns spears Dean Ambrose, and then Seth Rollins gets all pissed off, or like something like that? Or are we going to see them lose and then they break up? That's the thing that's kind of throwing me for a loop. I don't know what they're going to go with here, but the Wyatt family has to win in some kind of fashion because there's nothing for the Shield to gain by winning. And they have to break up here. They can't break up on Monday Night Raw or something like that afterwards. So let's go around the table here and see what you guys think. Drew, are we going to see a breakup mid-match? Or not mid-match, the end of the match, or after the match? What's going to happen during it? Who's going to win? What are your thoughts about this whole thing? Are you guys pumped about it as I am?
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm really pumped about it. It's just a shame that they're doing this match at the end of the Shield instead of when the Shield was still up and running and not about to defunct as it is. But during the match, we should see the tease a lot more of the turn of the Shield as expected. And for the finish, I kind of expect maybe something along the lines of what happened. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, or of just I don't know, maybe fuck, I forget his name now. Roman Reigns. I don't even know why I forgot his name, but maybe Roman Reigns just like spearing someone and that accidentally leads to a pinfall or something like that. I could see him repeating something along those lines. But after a match, I could definitely see the Shield just becoming just defunct. The issue is we all know Reigns is going to go face after this, but I'm kind of curious to see what they do with Seth Rollins because the past few weeks they've been showing Seth Rollins like just in awe of what Roman Reigns was doing, especially after this past Monday. So I'm curious to see if they move Seth Rollins, all over as a face as well, or keep him as that tweener type of guy if they're going to do a three-way battle going into Mania. But this has a potential to be a good match, depending on if who's in the ring. If it's a lot of Reigns and I don't know Eric Rowan, I don't expect too great of stuff out of this. But I do. This could be a good match, depending on what they're able to accomplish with it. I don't know if I said this yet, but the Wyatts will end up winning.
Wago, your turn.
I think the Wyatts win this match. I think it's going to be a slow build during the match to the eventual turn. As far as match quality goes, I wouldn't expect much out of this, and I think a lot of people are going to end up disappointed. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, they can't go. They're fine in small 5-minute doses, and that's about it. Unless they're going to put a lot of Bray Wyatt in with, say, any member of the Shield, all of those guys can go. The match will be good, but I worry about it. I think people are getting overhyped for this, and I think the end of it's going to be a miscommunication that leads to Dean Ambrose getting pinned, and then we're going to see the breakup after the match and some physical altercation between the three of them.
Peyton, what do you think?
I am going to make it a unanimous decision that the Wyatt family is going to be coming out victorious in this. I do not believe it is going to be a clean victory. I believe that it will be due to some type of very obvious mistake on the side of the Shield. So it's more that the Shield isn't necessarily losing to the Wyatts, but the Shield is losing to themselves. But the more I think about it, the more I'm actually leaning onto the side that this is all just going to be a swerve and we're not seeing the Shield breaking up.
Really?
Yeah, I think they still got a lot of gas that they could run with this team. And I think that you could run Wyatt's versus Shield all through 2014.
Huh. Then what would you do with WrestleMania?
Wyatt's versus Shield.
Again?
Yeah.
What kind of gimmick would you throw on it? Because you need to have some kind of a gimmick at that point.
It would definitely have to be some sort of tornado rules match. Whatever they want to do, maybe some type of falls count anywhere, or if they want to
sheep on a pole.
Sheep on a pole. I don't know. Just something to raise the stakes a little bit. Something that the Shield has to do to prove themselves. We've had a lot of dissension lately, but we're getting ourselves back on the same page, and we're going to prove it at WrestleMania. That's when the Shield gets their victory back, and then we have the Shield babyface run through the remainder of the summer.
Huh.
I mean, let's keep in mind, man, the Shield's been around for a long time, and it's very rare that WWE keeps their focus, keeping a stable together for this long. But it's not unheard of for a group of guys to really stick together for the long term. I mean, how many years were the Freebirds together?
True. Then that was a totally different era, though.
Yes, but still, we're not going to have them together for 5 years. Doesn't mean we can't have them together for 2 or 3.
Good point. So, Wego, what makes you think that this isn't going to be as good of a match as what people are expecting it to be? Is there any I know
Two
you said that.
reasons. It's called Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Those guys cannot go. They've not put on one good match since they've been in the company, or if they have, man, must be overlooking it. Unless you keep those guys protected and out the ring as much as possible, they're going to stink up the joint because that's what they always do. Bray's proven he can go with the right person. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, you don't have to worry about. As long as they're with a guy that can work and not a Mark Henry, they're always delivering. But I think Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are going to be the two biggest issues in this match. Especially considering two members of the Shield are very small.
Shot at Mark Henry there. Boo. I don't like it.
Fuck you.
All right, we have 2 matches left on the card to talk about. Batista versus Alberto Del Rio is coming up in Part 9, and in Part 10, we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber match itself, and then we're going to round everything out with a little summary of what's going to happen with the Fantasy League.